Hey Jeremy, Joey O'Connor, and thank you so much for submitting your video. So I know we're working on alignment, um, and so I haven't seen your video yet. We're going to look at it together for the first time, and let's see what you sent me. So okay. Oh, looks like you got a pitching wedge or 9-iron. Let's see what you got. Yeah, I already seen a couple of things, buddy. Sorry. Okay. All right. Well, a little transition video. Cool. Okay. Well, thanks for doing a little editing or something. All right. Let's see what this one is. Is it going to be the same or is it going to be worse? Let's see. Oh. Oh. Oh, yeah. You said the same thing. Okay. I gotcha. Okay. Well, thanks for. Okay. I get you. I hope you're not doing that a lot on the course. But I'll tell you, I think I already see why you did that. Let me get down here and stop it for a second. All right, now let me go up here and let me. Well, we can listen to your audio. Maybe you say something in it. Let me pause it where I was. All right. So this is your first swing. But I think I already know why you did the whole Shankville thing on that second one. The one thing that stands out to me right now, number one thing right now is ball position. And the reason why I noticed that right off the bat is because I see your shoulders. You see your shoulders. Yeah, I'm probably drawing this in a second, but you see your shoulders are kind of over here somewhere. I guess you laid these down to help you align or to show me that you're kind of aimed through here. That's kind of what it looks like. So we got a bush here and some bush or something over here. So like there's a little shoot right here, right? So that's kind of where it looks like your club face is squared or aimed. But anyway, so the ball position here, and you got a pitching wedge or 9-iron or something, your ball position is a little bit far back in your stance, and see how your left shoulder is kind of turned down toward the ball. Your right shoulder is back a little bit and your left shoulder is that way. So anytime you play the ball back in your stance, and I don't know, I don't think you're doing anything different for this shot. But anytime you play the ball back in your stance, your left shoulder is going to point back here to the ball. Now, the opposite is true if you have a driver in your hand. Your right shoulder would come forward and your left shoulder would come back. That's why a lot of people, when they hit a driver, their shoulders are open or pointing somewhere over here when they're still trying to their target line is still here. So anyway, I want you to be aware of that. I saw it in your second video too, and that's probably why you shanked it. This first one, you just did pretty well because you got the club face square. Now I also see your grip right here. I'm just going to mention this right now so I don't forget later. You need to put your right hand more up over top of the grip, so that V, that V, honestly, that goes between your thumb and your first finger will go more in the center of your chest. Like right now it's aiming more to your right shoulder, but I would want it more in the center part of your chest. So your left grip looks pretty good from this angle, but if you're I'm gonna make sure I say it right, your left hand, so your thumb on your left hand should be straight down the grip, pointing straight down the shaft, right? So your right hand needs to come up more over top of your thumb. It might be uncomfortable for you for a while, but it'll help you square the club head a lot easier. But number one thing right now is ball position. This ball needs to be up here in the center. And that'll square your shoulders probably automatically. Okay, so let's just leave it at that for a second. Let me go in and watch this again. Yeah, it's pretty good. And even, let me back it up for a second. Sorry, my mouse didn't work. Let me go finish this. So look, I like your hands way high. Oh, you got an interlock grip. That's cool. I like your hands being high like that. You know, a player that always had high hands like that was Colin Montgomery. So, or that reminds me of Colin Montgomery. So I like it. I don't mind it one bit. And then here you kind of take a step back because you got this nice back. You know, your back, the top of your back is closer to the camera than your target line, which is great. And it kind of just makes you take a little step back. See that little relaxed? I like that a lot. Okay. So then here's what? Shankville coming up. And yeah, you got the ball back in your stance again. And then, let's see. Yeah, I think it's just because you grip. You see you press forward just a tad bit there, which is fine. Your shoulders aren't as bad as they were in the first video, but I think it's just, that's just exactly what happened. The club's back here. You just don't have time to square the club, and you end up kind of shanking it a bit, going off here to the right. So, yeah.
Wow, that one.
Oh yeah, sorry. Okay. All right. So let me go back here and draw something just as a reminder for you. Let's see if I can do it. No laughing at my drawings. All right. Well, I didn't mean to make you have a right foot bigger than your left foot. But anyway, so here's your left foot. Here's your right foot. Okay. I'm just going to do this for a second. Let's see. So here is about in the middle of your stance, right? So if you had a golf ball, let's just say you're hitting a 7-iron, it'd be somewhere right here. Okay. So pitching wedge, oh, I'm sorry, sand wedge, pitching wedge, gap wedge, whatever you got, 9-iron, 8-iron, 7-iron is here, all played in the center of your stance, right? Up to a 7. A 6-iron would just be a little bit more forward, 5-iron, 4-iron. Now this is not going to be a perfect drawing here, but I want you to just understand it. Like 3-iron or hybrid, you know, you're getting into, you probably don't have a 3-iron anymore, but another hybrid, you know, and then you start talking about maybe 5-wood, you know, maybe 3-wood, and maybe a driver, which would be somewhere just inside your left foot. Okay. I know at one time we talked about when you're chipping or pitching to kind of put the ball back in your stance, but I didn't mean anywhere near back here in your stance. Okay, I meant maybe if you're going to hit a pitching wedge and you want to, you know, kind of squeeze it down a bit, put a little bit more spin, just put the ball back a little bit in your stance. But here, you know, this thing's way back here. This thing's like right here. So anyway, just remember that as your alignment. I'm sorry, your ball position. And look, everything else looks great. Okay, I mean, is it perfect? No, but I'm not looking for perfection now for you. So here's what I think the plan should be. I'm gonna give you a freebie. Okay, so here's what I want you to do. Go practice this for a little while with your ball position. I think that'll square everything else up, your thighs and your shoulders. Hit 50 balls, 100 balls, whatever you do here over the next couple of weeks. Play the ball in the middle of your stance. You know, with pitching wedge, 9, 8, 7, just like I told you a minute ago. Practice that for a while and then shoot me over another video. So just put it back in your Dropbox account and then send me the link. I won't charge anything. I'll just look at it briefly and I'll say, yep, that's exactly what we're going to do. And then we can go back and you know, move forward from there on if you'd like to. But look, thank you so very much. It's always a pleasure working with you. I appreciate you sending me in your videos, and so yeah, good luck with everything, and let me know. All right, Jeremy, take care. See ya.